Hey everyone, this is the Loose Cannon, David McBee, and welcome back to our final day coverage here at the regional tournament, the 2A East Regional Volleyball Tournament. We got the third place game to kick off our day today. We got Cedar Ridge going to be taking on Marshall right here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Appreciate everyone joining us here online. Already got some things in the chat. We got Memphis Street Racer says let's go Timberwolves. And also Aubrey and Veda Day, show them how sisters get it done. So already got some fans jumping in and joining us. We're so glad to have you guys here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Going to be a fun day of volleyball right here on TLSN. Stay tuned, starting shortly. All right, we're getting ready to get started here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Thank you so much for joining us. I think we're getting ready to have the national anthem and the pledge coming up right here.
The 2A Regional Volleyball Tournament, please rise for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem sang by Veda Rowe. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Great job on the national anthem there as we're getting ready to get started. This is our third place game getting ready to take place here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. So we got starting lineups first for the Cedar Ridge Lady Timberwolves.
And now the starting lineup for the Lady Bobcats.
And Marshall starting lineup for Marshall.
Sailor Horton.
Number 1, Sailor Horton.
Number 8, Parker Pruitt.
Number 8, Parker Pruitt.
Number 10, Izzy Harness.
Number 10, Izzy Harness had a big game last night against Cotter.
23, Gracie Gray.
Number 23, Gracie Gray.
Number 30, Lily Campbell.
Number 30, Lily Campbell.
Number 35, Miley Harris.
Number 35, Miley Harris.
And your libero, number 6, Brayley Lindsay.
And number 6, Brayley Lindsay. They're coached by Joe McKinney. Assistant coaches Hannah Hoyle and Clint Ragland round out the coaching group.
And now your starting lineup for the Cedar Ridge Timberwolves. Your captain, number 5, Emily Pankey.
There's the captain, Emily Pankey. She's had a great tournament so far. Number 1, Aubrey Day.
Number 6, and your libero, Veda Day.
Number 6, the libero, Veda Day.
Number 7, Mia McDaniel.
Number 7, Mia McDaniel.
Number 10, Kirby Barnett.
Number 10, Kirby Barnett.
Number 21, Taylor Gavin.
Number 21, Taylor Gavin.
And number 23, J.C. Robertson.
And number 23, J.C. Robertson. And they're coached by Andrew Lee and assistant coach Michaela Lee. So third place game here today on the Twin Lakes Sports Network on Facebook and YouTube. Looks like online we got Tammy Polson saying, let's go Timberwolves, show them how it's done. Go Mia Big Mac. Memphis Street Racer says, Cedar Ridge, show up and show out like we all you know you can. Michelle Gilmer says, let's go JC. Micah Gavin says, go Cedar Ridge. So glad to have you guys joining us here on TLSN. Of course, Cedar Ridge yesterday fell to Piggott. Marshall fell to Cotter. And those two teams are going to play at 4 for the championship. Both of these teams were swept yesterday, but the scores were much closer. You know, when you say swept, you think it's one-sided. It was, each set was battles all the way down to the end. So it's been a great tournament. These are two great teams, great fan bases online, and we're so glad to have you guys joining us. So it looks like the Lady Timberwolves going to start it off. This is going to be number 7. This is McDaniel going to serve. First of a doubleheader on Championship Wednesday. Which one of these teams is going to take the third place? Of course, all these teams playing today have qualified for state. So they'll be traveling to Piggott next week. Good volley back and forth. These teams, of course, conference rivals, so they know each other well. They played a couple times this year, so should make up for a great matchup here. And so glad to have you guys joining us. There's Pankey. Hit that one a little soft into the net, so Marshall gets the first point of the game, and we're off and running. Of course, I got my friend Nide Raycraft helping man camera again. She does a tremendous job. A good serve by Marshall. That was hard for Robertson to try to get it back as Sailor Horton. She's hit some good serves in this tournament. And Sailor Horton with another ace, back-to-back aces. I think they're doing some work on the scoreboard right now, so I think it's actually 2-0. They're going to get Marshall with the carry. So Cedar Ridge gets their first point of the game. Now it's 2-1, and we're going to have Pankey serving for the Lady Timberwolves. I like it. Cedar Ridge fans making some noise online so far. Keep it coming, guys. We get caught up on the comments in a little bit, but we love reading the comments. This is an interactive broadcast. Good defense there from the Lady Wolves. I think they're still working out on the scoreboard. They finally got it now. There's Gavin with the nice play. Gavin, she had a hard fall early in the tournament, kind of hurt her elbow. You still see her kind of holding it every once in a while, but she's just tough through it all week long, playing hard. Looks like Coach Kramer's sixth-period social studies watching. They said, go Wolves. Tell you what, those are cool teachers to have you guys watch volleyball during the game. So there's a nice play by Day, gets the kill. And Cedar Ridge now gets up 4-3. Memphis Street Racer says, Wolves, keep it going. As Pankey, nice serve by Pankey. Gets it to 5-3. Here in our opening set for third place. Another good serve by Pankey. It's going to go out of bounds off of Marshall. So extends it now. It's 6-3. Of course, Marshall last night, they actually came the closest anyone's come this year to getting a set off of Cotter, as they actually had the lead. At one point, I think it was maybe 23-19. I can't remember for sure, but as that falls in, another point for Cedar Ridge. So they were kind of in control on the third set, and then Cotter came from behind, took it 26-24. Cedar Ridge yesterday ran into a tough group, but they've coming out playing today, looking good early. Mia McDaniel, I think online we saw she's called Big Mac online. She's showing why, because right now she's feasting on Marshall here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Let's thank our sponsors, guys. We couldn't do this without them, such as Diatley Dental. Great smile start with Irvin and Christina Diatley in Mountain Home. Also, shout out to my daughter, Autastic Creations by Bethany. Check her out on Facebook. She makes jewelry, and 20% of everything she sells goes to autism research. Also, Shark Creek Graphics, T-shirts, stickers, hats, banners, hoodies, license plates, and more. Check them out on Instagram and also on Facebook. And Buffalo River Float Service, canoes, kayak, shuttle services, tubes, and more. It's going to be float season before you know it. Make a call, get a reservation today, and tell them the Twin Lakes Sports Network sent you. So right now, Pankey to serve. Cedar Ridge has come out strong today. They're up 8-3. And gets the tip on the net. Gavin blocked at the net. That one is long, out of bounds off of number 35, Harris. No, shout out Nide Raycraft. She's manning the camera. She was voluntold again. Appreciate them helping us out. The deal maker, he's out selling cars for Clay Maxey Chevrolet today. That one from Robertson, out of bounds, long, so Marshall going to get it back now, 9-4. And this is Harris. Day's shot's going to go long, out of bounds, makes it 9-5. We're glad to have these Cedar Fan Ridge joining, and also Marshall. Any fans from Marshall? No, Marshall, they have their own broadcasting, so probably going to have more Cedar Ridge fans online as that one goes out of bounds. Harris gets the point. We got a chance to cover Cedar Ridge during the regular season when they came over and took on Cotter, so we've seen this team now several times this year. Oh, good play at the net was Robertson with the block, gets the point for Cedar Ridge. And now Gavin gonna serve. Gavin serve into the net. Gonna make it 10-7. And this is number 30, this is Campbell. There's a setup for Harness. Harness, huge game last night against Cotter. And Marshall definitely, they'd like to go to Harness. There's a good play. A nice play by number 7, McDaniel. And now Day's going to get to serve for the Lady Timberwolves. Looking good here early in this matchup, up 11-7. That serve just out of bounds, going to be a point back to Marshall. And this is going to be number 8, Parker Pruitt. Of course, first of a doubleheader. We're at about 14 hours of broadcasting so far this week, and should get about at least four more hours today. And we got 2 good ones. There's Harness, nice play there by Pankey, but unable to make the save with Cedar Ridge. So now Marshall climbing back in. They've got this to 11-9. Oh, and there's Pankey. She gets the roll from the net, and it goes down. So 12-9. As Robertson now to serve for the Lady Timberwolves. Memphis Street Racer asked if is anyone else's video messed up. Everything's looking good on our side, Memphis Street Racer. So you might want to close it out if you're watching on YouTube. Close it out and then get back in, because we're showing everything's good on our side right now. Now Robertson gets the point. It's 13-9. Robertson served into the net, makes it 13-10. We got Arkansas Activities Association joining us online too. They said good luck. So now this is Harness down 3. For those joining, Marshall set up. There's a nice play by Pankey. Gets the point, makes it 14-10. So yeah, it looks like Memphis Street Racer. I try closing out and going back in. Every once in a while, YouTube can be a little cranky like that. We're showing everything good here in Cotter right now on our settings. There's McDaniel finding the opening, gets the point. Now it's 15-10. Pankey blocked by Gray, but it goes out of bounds. Gonna make it 16-10. Cedar Ridge looking good here in the opening contest here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network today. Here's Pankey, got a part of it. Now Pankey all over the court. Again, on a lot of these kills, she's just getting a block on it every time. Finally, Harris she got tired of trying to hit it over Pankey. She tried using the left hand, but it goes out of bounds. Makes it 17-10. This is Day serving. And there's Pankey with the point. It's 18-10. Cedar Ridge looking good. Largest lead of the game right now, up 8. I just realized I took away the camera for not. I had the wrong screen up there, so that probably wasn't helping your camera work, Nide. Oh, that's a nice serve from Marshall on Gray. She gets the, gonna get the ace, and now pulls back within 6. Of course, shout out to Cotter Schools. They've been great hosts all week. And Panky again. Could say she's, dare I say, she's in fuego right now. Now here goes McDaniel. Cedar Ridge up 7. Falls out of bounds. Point's going to go to Marshall. As Horton going to get to serve for the Lady Bobcats. Oh, nice play by Day. Setting it up for Gavin. Nice play by Gavin. Point to Cedar Ridge. It's 20-13. Cedar Ridge fans happy online. That's going to be a carry, going to be another point. Of course, Marshall, they ended up the 2A2 conference runner-up during the regular season, but Cedar Ridge ended up as the district tournament runner-up. So both these teams have had success this year. That one goes out of bounds, so Marshall gonna have number 35, Miley Harris. Oh, Robertson at battle at the net. Good defense there by Campbell. Gets the point for Marshall. Right now they're down 6. You don't want to fall behind early. There's Harness. Into the net, makes it 22-15. Cedar Ridge doing a good job so far, kind of keeping it away from Harness. That serve from Gavin into the net makes it 22-16. Good back and forth. They set it up for Harness. They say 23 in the net, so it's going to pull it now to 22-17. Day unable to get that one over the net. Now Marshall back within 4. Things starting to get a little interesting here. 22-18. And the point is there from Barnett. And now Cedar Ridge just 2 more points away from going up 1-0. course, first of a doubleheader today on TLSN. There's a nice play by Harness to keep Marshall in it. And Pruitt gonna serve right now, down 4. So for Pankey. Pankey again delivers. And now Cedar Ridge 1 point away from going up 1-0. These are two of the rivals in the 2A2 conference. Battling it out again like they have so many times this year. And Harness answers back. Pulls Marshall back down to 4, but right now they cannot afford to give away any more points. Ace there from Harness, gets it back to 24-21. Now a 3-point game. Pankey shot into the net, so now Marshall within 2. Things getting interesting here at Cotter Coliseum, our first game of the day. The serving of Harness has been hard for Cedar Ridge to respond to these last couple serves. No room for error right now for Marshall. Pankey's shot goes long, so now it's 24-23. Still Cedar Ridge, it's game point for Cedar Ridge. Marshall trying to extend that thing, and there's Pankey who closes it out. Cedar Ridge takes the first one, 25-23. And they go up 1-0. We're going to step away for about 3 minutes. We'll be back here shortly here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. All right, here we go. We are back. Second set. Cedar Ridge took the first one, 25-23. It was a good one. We're glad to have all those. Keep those chats coming, guys. We'll get caught up on those chats later. There's a good serve by Horton. Gets the point. So Cedar Ridge jumps out. They're up 1-0. Let's see if Marshall's going to try to respond here. And they do. There's back-to-back aces from Horton. Makes it 2-0. Horton with 3 aces to start off. So Marshall looking a little more focused here in this second game after dropping the first one. And Horton again. Another really good serve from Horton. As Marshall jumps up 4-0. Horton again. That's 5 in a row. And each one of those has had quite a bit on it. Finally, Cedar Ridge responds, and it drops in. It's a nice play there by Pankey. Gets Cedar Ridge on the scoreboard. Or no, I'm sorry, they say it was out of bounds. So that's actually 6 in a row. My bad, myself and the scoreboard both got that wrong. Oh, good defense there with the block. And now Cedar Ridge gets our first point of the game, makes it 6-1. Now McDaniel to serve for the Lady Timberwolves. Harness shot into the net, makes it 6-2. Quick online, gonna read a couple chats that we got here. We got Memphis Street Razor says, okay, Lady Wolves. Street Racer said, thanks for broadcasting. Hey, we're glad to be here. Tammy Polson said, way to go, M. Abby Gavin, keep it going, CR. So yeah, keep those comments coming, guys. We love them. Hit that share button, too. Tag in a family member, or maybe there's a relative or someone that can't be here at the game. That one from Harness drops in, and after she hits that, she says, let's go. Makes it 7-2. Harris to serve. That one goes into the net. Makes it 7-3. Now Pankey to serve for Cedar Ridge. That one falls in. Nice play by Robertson. Gets the point, makes it 4-7. No response there for Marshall, unable to return it. So it gets it to 7-5. Looks like Kathy Griffin online. She's saying, let's go Bobcats. So we love hearing from the Bobcat fans and all the fans. That one, nice play by Marshall, gets the point. And this is Campbell. Early start here in the second game. Cedar Ridge took the first one, 25-23. Marshall, though, fighting back here in this one, gets it to 9-5. Marshall lead. Of course, Marshall is underneath the visitor score. Cedar Ridge under the home score. It was a good setup for Pankey, but nice defense from Gray, 23. Gets the block. And now Marshall up 10-5. Of course, flipping in action today over one of our other local schools that we cover. They're over playing in Hoxie in the 3A tournament. Good rally here, both teams. It's going to go out of bounds. So now Marshall up 11-5. There's Gavin, partially blocked, but she gets the point. Nice play by Gavin. That's going to make it 11-6. This is Gavin with the good serve. Good response there from Marshall. And then gets Cedar Ridge with the carry, now extends it to 12-6. Now this is going to be Pruitt. Set up for Harness, partially blocked by Robertson. Oh, and there's a good play by number 10. Barnett gets the point. Pulls them back to 5. It's 12-7. Marshall in the lead. Harness with the left hand. Good save from Barnett. Now here's Harness again. She's going to get the point that time. Harness and Robertson, they're having a battle at the net. They hit the ground hard, but she bounces right up. Now Marshall up 6. Barnett shot into the net, but good defense there from the Lady Bobcats of Marshall. That one goes long off of Pankey. Now makes it 14-7. Marshall trying to tie this back at 1. Good serve there from Harness. Tell you what, the serving game of Marshall really making the difference in this second game. Right now it's 16-7 right here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network, guys. We'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. Final day here at the 2A East Regional. Harness serving for Marshall. Set up for Harris. A good recovery there by Pankey. Harness shot into the net, gets it to 16-8. Cedar Ridge took the first one, 25-23. This one now down 8 as Marshall trying to knock this thing back at 1. That's going to be out of bounds. Service error. Back to Marshall, 17-8. As Gracie Gray, number 23, to serve for Marshall. Shout out to our camera woman right now, Nide Raycraft. She helped us out yesterday. She's helping us out again today, doing a great job. Pankey hits that one off of Campbell, out of bounds on Marshall. Point to Cedar Ridge. Went off of Harris into the net. I did try to give Nide Raycraft some money for helping out, but her mom wouldn't let me do it. So, as we do appreciate her helping me and Joey out. Joey was able to be here the first day, but of course his job, he couldn't be here the last 2 days. So, as we've had some helpers from the Cotter Junior Lady Warriors. Nice play there by Pruitt. There's Pankey. Good recovery by Harris, but now Cedar Ridge pulls back within 6. Day serving for Cedar Ridge that time. Pankey and Harness have kind of gone back and forth. It's been a fun battle to watch between those two. It's going to be a point to Cedar Ridge. Great defense from Pankey. Now Cedar Ridge trying to climb back into this. Got it back to 17-11. They're going to get the carry. I'm sorry, it's actually 17-13. Sorry, they were a little slow getting the last point up on the scoreboard, so I said that wrong. Then number 35, Harris, finding the opening in the defense, gets it to 18-13, back up 5. Sailor Horton serving. She started off with 6 straight points. She's hitting some missiles serving today for Marshall. Gonna get the tip on that one, so point goes to Marshall, 19-13. And there's going to be another ace from Horton. And it's 20-13. Set up there for Pankey. And she answers back. It's 20-14. Good serve by number 7, Mia McDaniel. Cedar Ridge back within 5, 20-15. Cedar Ridge would love to go up 2-0 here. Another point for Cedar Ridge. It's 20-16 with McDaniel serving. One falls in. Now Cedar Ridge back to within 3. Looks like Marshall wants to talk it over. Cedar Ridge making a comeback here. They're now up 1-0 and down 3 is Cedar Ridge here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network, guys. We'll be right back. So McDaniel serving. Cedar Ridge down 3. They're rallying back here. Down as much as 8. Important point here for the Lady Timberwolves. Marshall, they really don't want to fall behind 2-0. Penke's shot long, out of bounds. Back to a 4-point lead for Marshall. And number 35, this is Harris. One's going to be out again now. Marshall up to 22, only 3 points away from tying this thing up at 1. Of course, we're glad to have all you guys joining us here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. And there's a nice play. That's by number 30, Campbell. Now Cedar Ridge got all the way back to 3. Now they're down 6 and 2 points away is Marshall from tying it at 1. That serve's going to go long. Makes it 23-18. And Penke now to serve for the Lady Wolves. Campbell's shot hits the net but falls in. So one more point for the Marshall Lady Bobcats to tie this at 1. Penke answers back, so Cedar Ridge staying alive. And this is Gavin, down 5. Into the net, that's going to do it. So Marshall comes back. They take the second, 25-19. It's 1 apiece. And we'll be back in 3 minutes here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Okay, guys, we are all knotted at 1. Cedar Ridge took the first one. Marshall. I'm already thinking about the 4 o'clock game. It's going to be Cotter and Piggott here on TLSN. But right now we're 1 apiece between Cedar Ridge and Marshall. Of course, as I mentioned, big battle coming at 4 o'clock for the regional championship as Piggott making their way into Cotter Coliseum right now. Of course, I got to throw a shout out. The food with the hospitality room today is from Letty's. Shout out to our friend Domi over at Letty's. They do a tremendous job. There's back-to-back points by Cedar Ridge. The problem is their food is so good you eat it and it's like you need to take a nap afterwards. So I am kind of struggling. I ate too much Letty's before this game, but hopefully I'll work some of it out. So we got a good one, good exciting game. Tied at 1 apiece as Gavin is blocked by Campbell. They're going to get Campbell in the net. So Cedar Ridge with 3 points to start off. And there's Campbell, answers back, makes it 3-1. Of course, Cotter's done a great job hosting this tournament. Shout out to all the coaches and staff. The food's been great in the hospitality room. So shout out Nikki Guthrie and the group here. They've taken care of us. A little bit of confusion there from Cedar Ridge, going to lead to a point for Marshall. So some of the comments online. I'm going to take your camera away for just a second. So shout out Renee, said go Marshall. Bobcats. Kara Byer says go T-Wolves. As Cedar Ridge going to get the point, make it 4-2. So guys, keep those comments coming. This is an interactive broadcast. Like I always say, this ain't radio. We love to read the comments and to keep it coming. Penke's serve into the net makes it 4-3. And now Harris, and we love comments from both these teams. Both these schools both have great fan bases. Actually, every school we've had over here has great fan bases, and everyone's had fun online, not taking it too serious where it gets ugly, so that's good. As Day diving, trying to make the save. Unable to, and that knots it at 4. Now we got an update from Baxter Bulletin's own Neil Denton. He shared flipping Bobcats right now, up 2-0 over Bergman. Some great articles in the Bulletin covering this tournament. Check them out from Neil Denton. One from Day goes long out of bounds, so Marshall now up 6-4. This is going to be a critical one because the winner of this goes up 2-1. That serves long and out of bounds. Now we're going to get Gavin serving for Cedar Ridge. Ace there from Gavin. Of course, Gavin, like I mentioned earlier, she's been playing with an injured elbow, but she's toughening it out. Right now, 6-6. Gonna set it up for Harness. Good play by McDaniel. Now back to McDaniel. Campbell keeps it alive for Marshall. And Day into the net. And that makes it 7-6. This is Lily Campbell. Oh, looks like it's going to be a rotation violation there, so Marshall's going to pick up a free one. They're having a conversation down on the court. The initial signal was for rotation violation. Of course, appreciate our scoreboard sponsors on there. We got Baxter Health, White River Marine Group, Marion County Farm Bureau, Twin Lakes Therapy, Clay Maxey Chevrolet, Genuine Care Pharmacy, and Shark Creek Graphics. So it is going to be a point for Marshall after the conversation. Makes it 8-6. Of course, Twin Lakes Sports Network, we will not be covering football this week. Left hand from Harness. They say 23 in the net, so point for Marshall. But we will not be covering Yellville this Friday because of all the volleyball we've done this week. We will share on our page. We'll share the score. Of course, Mountain Home, I think their game actually moved up to Thursday due to some potential weather coming in. Seems like every weekend there's potential weather now in this area. Feels like Tornado Alley has shifted to north central Arkansas the last few years. A good play by Pankey to keep it alive. Day's shot out of bounds makes it 10-6. And Campbell now to serve for the Lady Bobcats. Looks like online we got Mrs. Willette's class is watching. They say go Timberwolves, so shout out to Mrs. Willette's class. Hopefully you guys are making a lot of noise cheering on your Lady Timberwolves. And they're in a battle right now. It's one apiece here on TLSN. There's Harness bringing the boom down on that one. Makes it 11-6 for Marshall. Cedar Ridge took the first one in a nail-biter. Marshall took the second. Now, important third set here, battling for third place here at the 2A East Regional. There's Pankey. Nice play by Campbell. Here comes Harness. Pankey tried to make the save. Marshall starting to get a little bit of momentum here as the lead now up 6. The serve game, especially the last two games, has been the difference maker for the Lady Bobcats. Going to go out of bounds off Cedar Ridge. Makes it 13-6. And again, Campbell continuing to serve. Mrs. Willette's class, you know, those students that are watching, you got to be like, thank you, Mrs. Willette. That's cool that we're getting to watch the regional tournament. So that's a cool teacher there. So shout out to Miss Willette. There's Pankey, gets the point for Cedar Ridge. They pull back within 6, makes it 13-7. And now Dave to serve for the Lady Timberwolves. McDaniel to Robertson. It falls in. Nice play by Robertson. Now back to a 5-point game. That goes into the net. And now we're going to see Pruitt serve for the Marshall Lady Bobcats. Again, shout out to our camerawoman, Nide. She's doing a great job. And there's Pankey, gets the point, makes it 14-9. Harness gets the point for Marshall. It's 15-9. Now Harness going to serve. And there's a great setup for Pankey, but good job from Marshall. A solid hit. They're going to try Pankey at the net. Battle with Gray. They're going to try Pankey. Third time's a charm for Pankey. She gets the point. And that pulls Cedar Ridge back within 5. And Day to serve for the Lady Wolves. So Marshall gets the point. Makes it 16-10. There, oh, Pankey with the big hit. Great recovery by Pruitt. Gonna try Harris with the left hand. Power game wasn't getting the point, so she went a little finesse on that with the left hand. Point's good. It's 17-10. Marshall right now, it's one apiece in a critical third set here. Cedar Ridge took the first one, 26-24. And there's Pankey answering back, gets it back to a 6-point game. And it's going to be McDaniel for the Lady T-Wolves. Nice play by Pankey. Yeah, and she's been the straw that stirs the drink for this T-Wolves team. She has had quite the tournament, and they're going to really need her here in these next couple minutes. Try to avoid going down 2-1. Harris with a miss hit. Now Cedar Ridge back within 4. They climb their way back in, and then there's the ace from McDaniel. Gets them back within 3. It's 17-14. Cedar Ridge still hanging around. But Harris with the great offensive play pulls it back to a 4-point lead. Now we're going to get to see Horton. She's had a big afternoon serving. She hits another hard line drive. They call it in. Fans wanted an out call on it. Makes it 14-19. Cedar Ridge fans not happy with that last call. And then with the carry makes it 20-14. Looks like Coach Lee wants to talk it over with his team right now, down 6 here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. And we're glad to have you guys join us. And we can't do this without our sponsors, such as White River Materials, 425-3431, White River Materials. Also, Cottle Rock Cottage, VRBO 955-491. If you're coming to the local Twin Lakes area, don't stay in a hotel. Stay at Cottle Rock Cottage. And All Creatures Veterinary Hospital. Exceptional vet care for your pets. Locations 62 East and 62 West in Mountain Home. And Baxter Health. Shout out to my friends at Baxter Health. I was actually out with a knee surgery for about 12 weeks. Shout out to my physical therapist, Joyce the Hammer Yarbrough. Give a shout out to her. Also, the hamstring whisperer. They really worked on my hamstring, my knee, got me back ready to roll, back out covering ball again. That serve goes long. It's 15-20. Pankey. It's go time right now for Cedar Ridge if they want to get back in this. And then there's Gavin. Back-to-back points from Cedar Ridge. Gets it to 20-16. And now Pankey. There's Harris with the left hand, but good recovery by Day. Hit it for Gavin. That one's going to go long, out of bounds. So back to a 5-point lead with Harris serving for Marshall. Of course, the next game will take place at 4 o'clock. That serve into the net gets a point for Cedar Ridge, back to a 4-point game. So whenever this matchup does end, there'll probably be a little bit of a gap period, and then we'll open up a new stream. Cotter and Piggott right here on Twin Lakes Sports Network, Facebook and YouTube. Gavin with the good serve. Set up here for Harness. Nice play by Pankey. There's Day. A good recovery from Marshall. And an over-the-shoulder point from Campbell. Nice play, and it's a 5-point lead. And now Marshall just needs 3 more to go up 2-1. Of course, those people that are watching, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you hit that follow button. That helps us out, and that's why we're able to bring these games for free. Little miscommunication there. And now it's back to a 6-point game. Marshall, 2 more to close it out. And those that are watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. That helps us out, and that's why we bring these games to you free. We don't have to charge a subscription or anything like that because of these sponsors and because of all you guys. That one goes out of bounds, so now Marshall 1 point away. Campbell serving here to try to go up 2-1. Pankey's into the net, and Marshall, they lost the first one, but they've won the last 2. It's 2-1 as we're getting ready to go to the 4th here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network, guys. We'll be right back. All right, we are getting ready to come back here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. I'm going to read a couple comments since we got a couple minutes. Let me see. We had Renee say, go Marshall Bobcats. Of course, Mrs. Willett's class is watching. They say, go Timberwolves. Jax Magnus says, go Timberwolves. Tracy Polson says, come on, ladies, on YouTube. Heather Seagrave, she says, it's the best 2 out of 3. It's actually still best out of 5. Right now it's 2-1, Marshall in the lead. And Tammy Polson says, come on, Mia, serve it up. Laura England said, yay, Marshall, let's finish this. So got some Bobcat fans, got some Timberwolf fans. Keep those comments coming. It's do or die time now for Cedar Ridge, down 2-1. Battling here for third place. Of course, championship game going to be taking place at 4 o'clock right here on Twin Lakes Sports Network. If you want to tune in, that's going to be a good one with Piggott and Cotter. We've got a pretty good one here right now. Shots in the net from the T-Wolves. Going to be first point again. Sailor Horton just having a big night, or a big afternoon serving the ball. Keep wanting to say evening. I'm not used to doing games in the middle of the afternoon. So there's McDaniel. Nice shot from McDaniel. She answers back, makes it 1-1. If Cedar Ridge can win this one, he'll force a 5th, and of course that one's to 15. Marshall's trying to close it out right here. Pruitt's shot into the net. Point for Cedar Ridge. Cedar Ridge took the first one, but Marshall, they've come back strong in the second and the third. Harness with the good save. Harris, nice play by Robertson. Block at the net. Good defense there with the block is Lily Campbell. She gets the point. Now we're knotted at 2. This is Harris serving for Marshall. Again, shout out to our camera woman helping us out, volunteer tonight. There's an ace from Harris. Shout out to Nide Raycraft. Of course, this is our last day of volleyball coverage. Nice play. Point to Marshall. This is our last day of coverage here on for volleyball. Football season, of course, we finished up. Since we won't be covering Yellville's last home game, they finished with 2 away games. Final football game of the final volleyball matchups of the year. We will not be going to state. State's going to be in Piggott next week. I believe the 3A is in Central Arkansas. So basketball season starts off next week, next Thursday, right here on Twin Lakes Sports Network. Have to join us for our 7th season of local high school sports. Over 430 games now. Couldn't do it without you great people that's tuning in and supporting us. Oh, Harness hits a bomb. It's blocked out of bounds. So Marshall jumps up 5-2 as they're trying to close it out. Cedar Ridge trying to stay alive. Pankey shot long out of bounds. So Marshall has jumped up early, right now 6-2. Gavin with the response for Cedar Ridge, makes it 6-3. Shout out online. We got Tammy Polson. She says, come on, ladies, you got this. Timmy also said, go Big Mac. Krista Smith said, let's go, Lady Bobcats. Oh, good recovery there from Cedar Ridge to keep it alive. Pruitt answers back for Marshall. Makes it 7-3. Lily Campbell, number 30. There's Harness. At Cedar Ridge. Looking for the call. The point is to Cedar Ridge. It falls in. Marshall fans not liking that call, but it makes it 7-4. Trying to set it up for Day. Led her a little too far under the net. Makes it 8-4. And now Pruitt to serve for the Lady Bobcats. Of course, fans starting to make their way into the gym. Got a feeling this place is going to be pretty packed as Piggott, they brought over a big group, and Cotter. Last night, Cotter had their basketball teams playing in the Bobby Hulse tournament down at Norfolk, so no basketball game tonight, so probably going to see an increased student section tonight for Cotter with them playing for the championship. But it's going to be a slobber knocker right after this. I'm looking forward to it, guys. It's going to be a carry on Cedar Ridge. We got a good one here. It's 9-4, Pruitt serving. Harness hits a bomb. And Cedar Ridge unable to respond. That gets Marshall to 10, right now 10-4. I've enjoyed covering Cedar Ridge, and it's been a lot of fun covering Marshall these last few days. So appreciate all you fans that have been joining us. As miss hit there from Harris. It's always fun to interact with different fan bases as we normally cover Cotter, Yellville, and Flippin over here in North Central Arkansas. Oh, Campbell takes that one. She takes that one to her forehead, so unfortunately her teammates are laughing at her right now, so that's a way to use your head, I guess. So gets it to 10-6. We've seen a couple head shots, so that's the first one. They tried to go after her head again, so glad to see everyone smiling and still having fun in a tense ball game like this. There's a setup for Harness. Nice play by Pankey. Gray gets it over. Marshall doesn't get it back, so now that pulls it to 10-7. Cedar Ridge trying to force a fifth set. Gavin. A good play by Harris getting the kill. Back to a 4-point lead. Harness with the ace. That's going to make it 12-7. Marshall keeps it alive. Good hustle there by the Lady Bobcats. But they can't make the save on that. Nice play by Robertson. Gets the point. And it's back to 12-8. Marshall gets the point back, 13-8. Good back and forth battle here on Facebook and YouTube. Harris's shot goes long. Makes it 13-9. Robertson down 4. Set up for Pankey. Pankey answers back again. Now this is Robertson as they get it back to a 3-point game, trying to force a 5th set. Playing for the 3rd place here at the regional tournament. That serves long. Back to a 4-point lead for Marshall with Horton serving. A good save there by Harris just to keep it alive. There's a setup. Here's Harris. It's going to go off of Harness. Out of bounds. Point to Cedar Ridge with Day serving. Cedar Ridge keeps getting into around 3, and then Marshall will make a little run. Cedar Ridge hasn't been able to get closer than 3 for quite a while. There's Pankey. Nice play there by Horton to keep it alive. Here's another setup for Pankey. And she scores, now gets it back within 2. It's 14-12. The Lady Timberwolves, they're clawing their way back in this close matchup here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Of course, our games, you know, out of, we've done, so far we've had a total of 6 matchups. 5 of the 6 have been sweeps. We had one 5-setter between Corning and Marshall. It's going to go off of Harness, so now Cedar Ridge back within 1. Marshall wants to talk it over. The Lady T-Wolves battling back here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. We're glad to have you guys joining us here on TLSN. Put something in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you're cheering for as we're coming down the stretch in this one. Who you think's going to win this game? We'd love to see your comments right here on TLSN. And guys, thank you so much for joining us. As I mentioned, the way you can help us out is you can hit that subscribe button on YouTube, hit that follow on Facebook. If you're on Facebook too and you want to say, hey, appreciate all the broadcasting you guys have done, you can hit the star button for us and give us a star. I think that gives us 99 cents, so we can use that to provide our equipment and for all the games that we cover here in North Central Arkansas. But we appreciate you as we go back. We're back to action. Cedar Ridge has fought all the way back to within 1. Trying to force a 5th and final set. Marshall's trying to close it out. And there's Pankey again, ties it at 14. So Cedar Ridge has fought back, and now we are tied with Day serving. A chance for them to take the lead. And they're going to get it off of the good serve from Day. Makes it 15-14. Trying to force a 5th set. And it goes long out of bounds, so now Cedar Ridge on quite the run here, now up 2. Day's going to serve that long, so back to a 1-point game. Slobber knocker time here in the Twin Lakes Sports Network. We got a tight one, fourth set. Pankey battling at the net, back and forth. Cedar Ridge is, Marshall's gonna get the point. So now it's 16 apiece with Harris to serve. Pankey is blocked. Good defense there from Campbell. But Cedar Ridge ends up getting the point. Now they're back in front, 17-16. Who is going to pull this out? Of course, after this game, it's going to be another point for Cedar Ridge. Now they're up 2, 18-16. At the end of this game, we will end this stream, and then we'll come back with the final game of the day. It's going to be Cotter and Piggott. It will be on a separate stream. So we'll start that immediately after this one is done. We got a good one right now. Cedar Ridge trying to force a fifth. Pankey makes the play for Cedar Ridge. Now they're up 3. They were down 6 earlier, now have come back and have a 3-point lead, trying to force a fifth set. The set for Harness, a little too far in the net, so that turns now into a 4-point lead for the Lady Timberwolves. Looks like that might be a rotation error. As the ref checking with Carrie Raycraft, the mom of our camera woman here, Nide Raycraft, so we're waiting to see what the call is. And they're discussing the rotation, so this is a critical point right now in a 4-point game. So we're waiting to hear the call. Now 20-16, Marshall up 2-1. Cedar Ridge trying to force a fifth and deciding set. So right now we're on standby mode. For those people that are going to be joining us later, we're going to be airing Piggott versus Cotter for the championship. Just an FYI on that. We will, at the end of this game, we're going to end this stream. We will start a new one. So at the end of this game, if you see the stream in, Cotter and Piggott fans, don't panic. We'll be back with a brand new stream specifically for that game. So right now they're conversation right now at the scores tables. Looks like they're trying to sort everything out. Looks like it's going to be a referee's timeout. This is a critical point, so I know they're wanting to make sure they get it right. So but guys, shout out. Thank you everyone for joining us here online. And real quick, I'm going to go ahead and we'll get caught up on some comments right now. We got Tammy Polston online. She's saying, go Big Mac. Krista Smith earlier said, let's go Lady Bobcats. Tammy Polston, keep it up Timberwolves. Sharon Miller, she says she's waiting to watch the Lady Mohawks. And Sharon, since you're here for the Mohawks, remember we will end this stream at the end of this game. So don't panic if this stream goes away. We'll come up with another one. It'll be on Facebook and YouTube. And Tammy Polston online says, let's go Big Mac. So right now we're playing the waiting game as the referees sorting this out, finding out if we're going to have it's 20-16. Cedar Ridge is in the lead. And basically Marshall wins this one. They take it 3-1. Marshall loses this one. We go to a 5th set. So looks like the Lady Mohawks squad, they just came out. They're getting ready. The Lady Warriors for Cotter in our matchup that's going to take place after this. That's going to be a slobber knocker of a battle right there for the championship. Right now we are still on hold as they're looking, figuring out if it was, I guess they're trying to figure out if it's a rotation violation. All right, so the ref looks like we're awaiting to hear their calls. This could be a critical point either way. But it's been another fun day of volleyball here at Cotter Coliseum. Again, thank you to the Cotter Warriors and the people here that have helped put this tournament on. And they've, of course, reached out to us. I know we're too far away to hear the conversation, though. As they've actually changed the score. It was 20-16. Now they've changed the score now to 18-17. So I wonder if it wasn't a rotation violation, maybe they gave the point. Maybe they made a mistake earlier on the points, as right now they're still at the scores table. So we're still on hold right now. As they had 20-16, now the scoreboard says 18-17. So I guess you could say a lot of confusion at Cotter right now. So it looks like they've changed the score to 18-17. Not really sure. So I thought maybe it was a discussion on a rotation error, but actually it looks like the score now is 18-17. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Nothing, of course, we're too far away to hear the conversation. But it says on the scoreboard now it's 18-17, Marshall serving. So I don't know if there was a score that was put incorrectly on the wrong side earlier or what happened. Marshall gets the point. So it's Marshall getting the point. Makes it 18 apiece, so big swing on points here. They were looking at 20-16 and now 18 apiece, so might have been an error made earlier in the game. There's Harness. Battle at the net. And they're going to get Gray in the net, so Cedar Ridge gets the point. Now they're back up 19-18. So I'm sure people's going to be going back and rewatching that one to count points. Now they got 20-18. This is Gavin to serve. Oh, nice play by Gavin. Cedar Ridge trying to stay alive and force a fifth. There's a nice play by Day. So Day gets the point. It's 21-18. So now Cedar Ridge back up 3. Cedar Ridge trying to force a fifth. Both teams being pretty cautious there, but Gray gets the point now. It's 21-19. Here's Pruitt serving for Marshall. We're going to get Harness with the carry. Makes it 22-19. Cedar Ridge right now 3 points away from forcing a fifth set. And now it's 2-1. Of course, anything can happen in the fifth. That one into the net makes it 22-20. This is Harness, number 10. Harness gets the ace. And now it's back to a 1-point game, 22-21. Harness hits another missile. Back-to-back aces, gets it to 22 apiece. Now there's a setup for Gray. They set it up for Harris. Over to Pankey. Both teams being cautious. Huge point here in the net. So now Cedar Ridge gets the point. 23-22. Cedar Ridge trying to force a fifth set. Marshall on the verge of getting third place. And Cedar Ridge has battled back, and now Cedar Ridge 1 point away. They get it to 24-22. Back and forth battle for third place here. Pankey is blocked by Gray. So Marshall answers right back, and now it's 23. They're down one, 24-23. And now Gray serving. But Marshall gets the point. Now we're tied at 24. Back and forth between these two. It's been a great third place game. There's Harris with the dive. It goes out of bounds. So now Marshall 1 point away from getting the victory here. This is Gray serving for the win. Of course, Gray though with the service error, so Cedar Ridge stays alive. Serve into the net, so now Marshall with match point right here, up 26-25. Set up for Pankey. Pankey answers back. It's 26 apiece. Back and forth between these two squads. Now McDaniel to serve. Both these teams wanting the third place. Harris though into the net. And now Cedar Ridge a chance to force a fifth. 27-26. Set up for Pankey. This is a game you hate to see either team lose because they're both just giving it all they got. And Cedar Ridge answers back. They come from behind and force a fifth set. So we're not done yet with this third place game. It's 2 apiece. With quite a battle here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. This has been a 5-set back and forth. Cedar Ridge won the first set. They took it 26-24. Then Marshall pretty much rolled in. Number 2 and number 3 went up 2-1, but then Cedar Ridge fought back and has tied it up, and it's 2 apiece as we're getting ready to go into the 5th. So we're not done. I know those people that are joining us, tuning in to watch Piggott and Cotter. We're still waiting for this third place game to end here. As right now it's 2 apiece. We're going to a 5th set. Of course, at the end of this game, we're not going to have that big of a gap between games, but we're going to end this stream at the end of this game, and then we'll come back with Piggott and Cotter for the championship. Right now we're having a battle for third place. Cedar Ridge and Marshall tied at 2, and it all just comes down to this. So a lot of excitement here at Cotter Coliseum. Glad to have you guys joining us on Facebook and YouTube. Fun battle here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. This is a fun one for our last volleyball game coverage of the year. We're going out with a bang today. As this has been a fun one. It's been a fun tournament all week. Some great teams, great schools, great fan bases. You guys have been a lot of fun online. And we're having a lot of fun covering this 2A regional tournament. This is what it's all about right here. 5th set. Marshall and Cedar Ridge right here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. So getting cut up on comments, we had Memphis Street Racer. He said, way to show Wolves. Susie M said, way to go Timberwolves. Abby Gavin, way to come back CR. Timmy Polston online said, way to go Wolves. So nice back and forth battle. It's 5th set time here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Championship game taking place after this one. Of course, 5th set's to 15. So each point here is going to be super important. As it stands right now, filling up for the championship game, but they're getting to catch the end of this great matchup here. And Cedar Ridge gets the first point. Pankey, they jump up 1-0. And now McDaniel to serve for the Lady T-Wolves. Marshall fell behind 1-0. Then they fought back, took a 2-1 lead. Cedar Ridge fought back to tie it. And now who's going to win the 5th? That one's going to be long from Day. So Marshall gets the point. It's going to be Harris serving for the Bobcats. McDaniel sets it up for Pankey. Nice play by Pankey. Tell you what, she has been clutch all night tonight. As it looks like the student section for Piggott filling in. This place is going to be rocking for the championship, and we're rocking right now. Great effort from both of these squads. Pankey hits the net and goes in. So Cedar Ridge with the point. It's 3-1. Now Pankey serving. Good play by Harris. Harris again. Now Harness, just a little long out of bounds. Makes it 4-1. Should actually be 4-1. I got the score on the wrong side. As we got a timeout on the floor, looks like they're getting the scoreboard. Gonna get the scoreboard corrected on that. Yeah, I agree. Tammy Polson said, what great games these are. Of course, those fans that are tuning in to watch Piggott and Cotter, just a reminder that we will end this stream at the end of this game. We will come back. Shout out to Nide Raycraft. She's doing a great job working the camera. Usually I save my food from Letty's because I was going to eat, and I thought I'd have enough time to eat my Letty's between games, but with this game going long, we're not going to have much time. But now they have 3-2 as the score on the. We'll let them work that out at the scores table. They get it changed, so now it's actually they have 5-1 on the scoreboard. So, and it's going to be Pankey serving for Cedar Ridge. Oh, nice hit by Harness, but great recovery from Cedar Ridge. They're going to set it up. Here's Harness. I'll tell you, this Harness-Pankey battle has been awesome. They've been going back and forth, and now Harness answers right back. That's going to make it 5-2. Number 30, Lily Campbell. Good save there by Cedar Ridge to keep it alive by Gavin. Now Harness. Base shot into the net, so now back to 5-3, Marshall. Of course, Marshall's got a student section that's over there as well, and they've been standing the entire game. It's about 7 of them. That one out of bounds on Day, point to Marshall. Now it's 5-4. Fun matchup here on TLSN. We're glad to have you guys joining us. Final day of the 2A East Regional Tournament. Pankey shot into the net. So now Marshall, they were down 5-1. They've got it back to 5-5. Marshall's been part of 2 of the funnest games we've covered so far at the tournament. Had a 5-setter against Corning and now a 5-setter against Cedar Ridge. Oh, great recovery there by Campbell. Set up for Robertson. Hits the net but falls in. Point to Cedar Ridge. It's 6-5. And Harness answers right back for Marshall. And back and forth, it's 6 apiece. Pruitt with the serve. Pankey gets the point. It's 7-6. I'm going to set it up for McDaniel. And that pulls it to 7-7. And now Harness to serve for Marshall. Big battle here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. It's a fun one. There's a Marshall again, 5-set battle. They did it against Corning. Can they do it against Cedar Ridge? Cedar Ridge, are they going to be able to come back? They were on the verge of being eliminated and getting third place in the third place game. Now set up for McDaniel. McDaniel long out of bounds. Going to be a point for Marshall. Going to put them up 8-7 with Harness serving. Of course, we'll end the stream of this. We'll come back. We're going to have a good one in the championship. There's a point for Harris. There's a point for Marshall. Now they're up 2. It's Harness serving for the Lady Bobcats. Scramble there from Cedar Ridge. They keep it alive. Set up for Harris. Harris gets the point. And now Marshall's up 3, 10-7. Timeout. Looks like Cedar Ridge wants to talk it over. It is 10-7 in the 5th set here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Of course, we're excited. So glad to have you guys joining us online, reading the comments. Tammy Polson, she said, wow, what great games these are. So, and then we got Memphis Street Racer says, let's go Lady Wolves. So, fun one here on the TLSN. And we couldn't do this without our sponsors, such as White River Marine Group. Appreciate them. We're back to action. They're ready to roll with the 5th set. We are running a little bit late on time, so at the end of this game, we'll end the stream. We'll get another one up and running very quickly for the championship game. There's an ace from Harness. Makes it 11-7. Cedar Ridge dug back last game. Can they do it again? They're down 4. There's Pankey. Hits it to Harness. Now Gray gets the point. 5 straight points here from Marshall. Makes it 12-7. Great back and forth volley. As we mentioned earlier, these teams playing in the same conference, they played each other quite a bit this year. Familiar with each other, and there's Harris. And now 2 points away, it's 13-7. 5th set, and there's the ace from Harness, and then this is it right here for 3rd place. Cedar Ridge can make no more mistakes if they're going to remain in this. There's a shot in the net from Harness, so still alive. It's 14-8. Now Robertson in the net. That's going to do it. Marshall takes the 5th set. It was a good one. Marshall takes 3rd place. Thank you to Raycraft for working camera. So Marshall takes 3rd place. Great effort from both teams. And Marshall that wins their second 5-set matchup here at the regional tournament. So we're going to step away. We're going to be back shortly as we're going to have Cotter